Do you like it here? What do you think, sweetie? I'm going to give it to Pickle. Pickle, Pickle. I'm Kirstin Pickle, and this is Elisha.
And I'm Bruce Pickle.
And we had a wonderful time at the Phillips about 16 months ago when Bruce loves to go to the Phillips after 5, and I love to also, but we were planning on going together, and I was not feeling well at all, so I just told him to go, and so he biked here. And someone at work had asked me, "Are you pregnant? Is that why you're not feeling well?" And I was like, "No way." And anyway, after he left, without him knowing, I decided to take a pregnancy test, and I could not believe that it said I was pregnant. So I was like, I thought, oh, I should have done it when he was here. And I was just so happy and excited, and then I just said, well, let me jump in the car and go to Phillips. So I got in the car and I drove here to tell Bruce, and so I met him, he was buying a membership at the front admissions, and I was like, well, Bruce, did you buy a family membership? And he was like, oh yeah, and this is how I remember it. And I'm like, okay, I'm really glad you bought a family membership. And then we walk in, and he's like, would you like some wine? I'm like, no, I can't drink any wine now. And I think that's when you kind of clued into it. But I was wondering, how you felt when I told you, because this was a total surprise. I mean, we've been married for 10 years and just felt very content, giving up on the idea of a baby. And so we were more than ecstatic to find out that we were going to have this little guy in our life who's such a miracle and a funny boy.
I was totally excited and a little incredulous at first because it was a surprise. And so we were just in this daze, I think, of trying to take this gift, this amazing grace, this blessing. And but we were really happy. It was really a happy time.
Oh, and the exhibit was kind of looking at things from below. It was that artist that was into looking down, as if we were in a plane. And so we were walking around looking at those paintings, just seeing things from a whole new perspective.
Yeah, and it
really
felt
having very deep thoughts. And and then also the boating party, we just felt like their eyes were sparkling back at us, the dog was just looking at us and winking.
Yeah, and the perspective of the landscapes, it felt like our whole life perspective was changed. That we were actually, that something new was happening to us. And so we were seeing things for the first time that we had never seen in that perspective before, of being a family with a child. So, it was beautiful and exciting, and as Kirstin said, magical. And this is my favorite museum because it feels like being in someone's home. And having such a nice sense of aesthetic. I moved here from Oregon to be at the Washington School of Psychiatry and the Church of the Savior. I used to live right on 2025 Massachusetts, so I used to come over all the time to be able to have a sense of serenity and aesthetic rest and renewal. And so this has always been a place for me that I wanted to share with Kirstin, and now she shared with me the news. And what you don't, I think, recall is that I had a choice of having individual membership or dual, and then they had a family. And I said, well, if we have a child, we want to have the family the child be a part of the family too. So I had chosen, without knowing, the family membership when you asked me if I had done that. So I thought that was pretty cool.